Hey everybody, it's Steve. Welcome back. Today we're inside of my garage where I'm having a little trouble getting out because my clicker to open the garage door was damaged in a bizarre accident involving a Roadrunner trap and an anvil. Anyway, it was totally smashed, so I had to go out and buy new controllers. And now the issue is I have to program them so that they'll work with my Liftmaster garage door. And luckily, it's something that even I can do. Alright, so before we teach our remote control how to open our garage, we have to tell which button we want to use. Now in this case I'm going to use button number 1 as this is my main garage, so we're going to program that. Well, before I do that, you have to go to their instructions, which I hate to do, and figure out which sequence of buttons you need to push to set this up. Now for the Liftmaster, or any other model that has a yellow learn button, in our case you'll see later that it has a yellow learn button, that means to program this we're going to push and hold buttons 2 and 3 until a little red light shows up, and then once that happens we'll push the button we want to program. So in this case it'll be number 1, and then we have to push any other button, and that should turn off our light, and now it is ready to program button number 1. If you want to program button number 2, say for an auxiliary garage like we're going to do later, you do the same thing. Push the 2 buttons here, push the single button that you want to program, and then push any other button except for the one that you want to program. That starts and stops the process. Alright, so we should be set, and we will now go program button number 1. Alright, so here we are with our Liftmaster garage door opener. We need to access it now to program our remote, and we have previously set it up so that we're going to program button number 1. Alright, so we're going to access this unit by grabbing this and pulling it down. It should just pull down freely, and it should be hinged, but just in case it's not, make sure you hold on to it until you're sure. And then you'll see a control panel here. There'll be several buttons, one of which is round and yellow. You're going to push that button once. Now you have 30 seconds to push and hold this until it's programmed. So we're going to push and hold. And when that light flashes like that, you are good to go. It is now programmed. All right, let's give her a quick test. We'll just push our number 1. And there she goes. So we're back in business. Alright, we've done our test, it's working, so we'll just close this back up, and we are good to go. And you can see, again, this wire is on the outside, that's important. Alright, so if you want to mount this to your visor, we've got to add our little clip here. So take a look at the remote control, the side with the buttons, let's say that's the top, right? Then you're going to take your visor clip, and the flat side, you're going to take it on the top, and you're going to drop it down in the groove on the back side there, and it's ready to be mounted, alright? One thing the instructions mentioned in the troubleshooting section is what if my remote control works for a week or 2 and then stops working? And they mentioned that it could be the battery. Well, that sort of ominously portends that maybe the batteries that they give you from the factory aren't that strong or they're not that fresh. So anyway, if that happens to you, in order to get into the unit, you're going to take a flathead screwdriver, and there's just a little notch here. So put your screwdriver into the notch and then twist it, and it should pop it open. And then on the inside there's your battery, and you can switch that out. I'm just going to push it out with your screwdriver. Alright, and then you're going to put the new battery in. Positive side up, should have a note on the battery with the plus sign, and then just slide that in there. Back into place. And then replace your cover. Should only go on one way, and it should just snap in just like that. So here's my auxiliary garage. It's just a 1-car basically for storage, but the thing that's unusual about it, there's no way to get out if you're on the inside. There's no pedestrian door, and there's no control for the garage inside that unit. So if you're in there and the door closes, you can't get out, at least not electronically. You'd have to pull the thing and then lift it manually. So with my set of 2 new remotes, I'm going to take one, I'm going to mount it to the wall in there. All I'll do is put a little bit of Velcro on the back of the controller, and then a little bit of Velcro on the wall in the garage. We'll mount it, and now we have a way out in case we ever get stuck in there. Alright, that is all we have for today, so hit that subscribe button, like, by using my Amazon links, all those things. Really appreciate it. Until next time, this has been Steve for Things That Even I Can Do.